glowing red eye on this Zelda boss. Just need to close it here for Saw. And, well, an early engagement here towards construction. We'll actually see very little damage done either way. xantares is peeking in. Timing could be everything here. Magics can't zero in the shots. And now they've lost the space. They've lost this control. And they've lost the kill.
You know, it's safe to say for Spirit, nerves might start to play in a factor in here. A little bit of fatigue as well after a long season. They could start to crumble on a map in which they're not good on. All of these factors, all of these storylines playing towards their head. Chopper falling to 5 versus 3 as they double back towards B.
Got it. They're just trying to find some space somewhere that they might be let in towards the site. Pressure on. xantares playing this well. Siren will get damaged, but that drops the bomb forward, and now it's all in a wonderful last one remaining. They should know where he is, and just does indeed. A wonderful trying to fight into this. Needs to try and get something, but so many bullets out from the dualies. A storm of lead. And a pistol round for Saw. They've now got their 3rd pistol round of the series so far. That certainly does help bolster your starts to have.
Yeah, one of the real key weaknesses for Spirit. That's a standard meta. But no bomb plot means the ability to what they can buy is pretty minimal. Magic will take a tag. And all they've got to really rock with is that Galil in the hands of Patsy. They have a lot of reliance on his shoulders to find some success, but there's an opener found with Siren's Deagle.
And here you go. All right. The force buy, yielding dividends early on. Disaster striking and Saw. I mean, they want to force this issue, but Chopper's now spotted xantares, and yeah, he's perfectly waiting. Crosshair placement. Perfection. So even doing this, mejores will try and force a fight. Damage would be good, both because it would give him $600. Because it'll keep a gun from going forward. 2 kills ain't bad there. Through here from Saw, they've shown a willingness to do this on Nuke, and yeah, they are indeed going to dive into these muddy waters, but
move it in towards Nuke. He was a non-factor, a non-identity. He needs to find some form in towards Overpass. This series could be in jeopardy.
Gentle sounds of Molotovs. A roasting. Seasonal songs. Nice boost up there. What a punish. Oh, Chopper gets caught as well. There's no way you would expect the repeat, and now 2 guns are found in this round. This round is certainly in jeopardy. Call them Trebek, and now the fight comes through. Magix, he's blinded. Somehow isn't pressured on that. An opportunity missed perhaps for Saw. That would have been really deadly. Well, Magix still low. He's so good on it. A man advantage. Reconfirm Roman. Slipping into it fast. He's gonna find contact on Siren. Can't zero in the kill. A little over ambitious, but they're rotating. They're rotating. They'll be there to receive. No armor on these 2 players, so the placement of these bullets has to be perfection. Smoke on through, but the element of surprise has been in their favor. And now they move. Knowing that the bomb's committed, they're gonna be on the angle. Wonderful. He's forced off. The op, not favorable against these unarmored players, and he can't zero in the shot. Siren is low. This is very much in doubt. Siren, knowing that the smoke is now down, does he know they don't have kits? He should have a pretty good idea, but does he trust it? Does he trust his read? And xantares is coming through here. They're just going to defuse right under his nose. Siren, does he have the peak? Does he have the angle? No. The round stolen away. Barely anything brought in, and Saw rock Spirit's world.
We love a force by war, and this is what happens on the back of his story. Great individual play. Chopper, misrelay of information, expecting a pincer maneuver to come through, and that costs them. The second they lose...
Not losing any casualties early on. Don't trust the X back in spawn. It's a lie. A ruse, a sham. Instead... as a minute hits the clock, we've had no bloodshed. A bit of a detente locked in. Some forward positioning, but nowhere to take it. And Saw, likewise, are pretty far back towards sites. They don't have a lot of info. They've been deploying this utility just based on the timing. And it is going to apply a lot of pressure as we hit 40 seconds on the clock and Spirits start to think about a take. Molotov down. You're not getting through Monster. Not yet, at least. But here's going to come the hit. Another smoke. Oh, the timing on this. This time they have to go through. The flashbang is deadly, and they collect 2. Patience pays off for Saw, knowing exactly the moment to strike, and with 20 seconds on the clock, is this rotate even possible? Siren's approaching forward, but I think this is going to be a T-side save. I just don't think they could do anything with this, Neo.
No, they can't. I mean, what can you do from now? Yes, Siren's got space, and they've got the bomb in hand, but the rotation is so readily available. Unless Siren can individually crack open that rotation, deny it coming through, nothing was going to work. And of course, at the time,
a weaker buy, one way to do it is to go early for the op pick. Story has the same read. He says, you know what? They saved an off from the last round. You know what I would do? 4-man stack and peek towards heaven. Love that thought. It's not going to happen here, right? Spirit don't want to attempt it, but I love the awareness from Story to check for that exact play. Jerk's gonna have contact instead. Magic's coming into his crosshair. Ooh, there's a spot. He knows he's there, and he collects. Utility sailing out, pushes Wonderful back off. He can't do anything with that big AWP. Not yet. They are corralling him in a great way. Once again, Spirit are held at bay.
Just trying to take some tag damage as well for the smoke. They're more than happy, and this has been the story of Story as well. They're happy to play passive.
Oh.
We beg for Wonderful to come online, and Jerks meets him with a bullet to the cranium. What a shot, what a swing. And it continues to get worse and worse. 2 versus 4. Mike, I think, honestly, a save call's not bad here. If they could pick themselves up another rifle for Chopper, keep hold of it.
I don't know, man. At some point, you got to start dying. Let that money even out. Smooth out the top of the peanut butter jar, but Siren, he wants to cause some extra ripples. He's going to have to go back for the bomb, which is unfortunate. They could really use that toehold towards Monster. 30 seconds now on the clock. And as Roman starts to work his way in towards Connector, that's going to give them a little bit more confidence that this is, in fact, the site the hit is coming towards. Smoke out, it certainly confirms it. That's a big kill on the flank, though. Makes us a lot more comfortable. If there were a Molotov here, this would already be done. If Siren drops, it is. Chopper under such pressure. He's pushed back off. He's going to slip away. 2 HP. He can't risk this. He's not got the time. He's not got the life. He's not got the chance. But does he have the big gun? Does he have that at least, at a minimum?
You know, you're thinking, for Spirit, this is already starting to look pretty brutal. And unfortunately, you know, when we're calling upon the likes of your Wonderfuls to step up, when it continues before it already gets to that other question of, is this too little too late from Spirit? Bearing in mind the pressure they're up against Saw, taking the first 2 maps, of course, 1 being the map advantage, things will start to crumble. Things will start to get very on edge, especially in that second half, if they have to clamber back a massive deficit.
I've been limited in so many of these rounds, but it's been these first contact plays. Jerk showing us exactly why. Again, the flashbang is perfect. The kills are perfect. Everyone who just tried to probe in towards the site is denied. This round already feels like it's over. You've got what? Chopper with a UMP and Wonderful, who has yet to get on the board? It's desperate for Saw, or for Spirit, rather. They tried the B site once again. They've tried the B site so many of these rounds early on, and Saw have had the numbers, they've had the util, they've just rebuffed them at every turn. I'd like to see some early play towards A. I would like to see them try and work a picks on the site, because at this point, Saw have been trained to put heavy presence over towards B, and it just keeps paying dividends.
No, exactly. They've not really even had a proper sniff over towards the A side. I mean, they sent Siren a couple of rounds ago to have a little look in, but time was ticking anyway. They don't really have time to even attempt an execute over there. So, yeah, it's spot on, right? They've gone towards B. This sort of B-side simulator that they've been rocking with isn't working, and things will continue to get, well, worse and worse right now. Chopper, will he save anything?
Default, but B has just been such a graveyard for them. They're going to try it again. Seems like this is going to be the out-and-out monster push. If I had to guess, utility sails over, Molotov on. They're going to go through. Looking like they're going to go through. Here's the test. Here's the pressure. The utility is good enough from Saw to at least hold this initial foray at bay, and now stalled out a little bit. This is where the massacre starts to come through, and indeed, it's a rinse repeat of last round. It's nigh on the exact same play, but this time with lesser weaponry, and sure enough, it does not work out.
How many more cracks at this B site that they want to give it a go? How many more times are they going to try and play the same play over and over again to little avail? As we said, when was the last time we saw Spirit get a bomb plot? When was the last time we saw Spirit find an opening kill? And finally now, with every last resource exhausted, chopper and a P250, Molotov in hand, bomb in hand, is going to attempt to look over towards the A side, and Roman with ease picks it off. This so far, aside from the couple of hiccups we've seen go in the favor of Spirit, has been a near flawless CT performance, and this is how you set yourself up for success. What a read. And I think even more on top of this as well, Saw have come in unbelievably prepped for Overpass. This is even more convincing.
Hey, I actually like this. Go more towards the default, but Romo wants to take the initiative, and seeing the utility sail out there, they just collect Siren. They're so comfortable on this, and they rebuff towards A. That's brilliant. The fountain play works out. Patsy gets one. Patsy gets something to add a doubt into their mind, but this was the round where Saw went soft on B. Now they need to rotate support back in, but Story's here in time with two players now double pushing connector, and the bomb's still back towards spawn, wary of that fountain push. They've kept this under threat. They kept Team Spirit off balance and guessing. Patsy at least gives them a chance, but it's just going to be the monster play again. Why not? On the smoke fade, they'll try it. And here with the smoke coming over, Just feels confident about this. Is there a flashbang for him? No, this time the Molotov just still gets one out of it. Patsy has to be the hero here, and Story has wrapped him around. There's no safe haven. Chopper can't even get onto the site to support, and while he will find one, he's so blind, and he is, in fact, a dead man. Their most successful round in so very long, and it still doesn't have a bomb plant. It still never really makes us think they're going to be able to convert.
Yeah, no, exactly that. Hey, I mean, better from Team Spirit, but once again, they went towards their default. They went to
Far Cry.
It's on Far Cry, but of course, that's where I got it for the first time.
Do you know who the quote's from, Neo?
Is it like Gandhi?
No, it's this little guy you might have heard of.
Who is it?
Albert Einstein.
Nah, who's that?
little guy, you know, did some science, did the thing, known for being a little clever.
What was his elo though?
What was his elo? You know, I don't know what his elo was.
They're asking the big questions, right?
You know, I can't believe you just attributed that quote to Far Cry 3.
That's who I know.
What a gamer! Always thought, man, these video game writers, they've got it on point, man. Yeah,
they do, man.
Whoa, where'd they get that from?
Exactly. See, I'm a gamer talking about a game to gamers, right? I feel like I should use the gamer equivalent.
I feel like I need to put together just a reading list for you now. This just makes me want to culture you. Roman, oh, he's about to culture somebody with bullets. Does he realize Patsy's pass, though, is the thing? Roman's able to back away and actually not even committing into this angle. Resetting a little bit. This works out very nicely. Still, they have a path towards A. This could be the first bomb plant for Team Spirit since round 4. And I think it will be, but they're losing the numbers. Defending this bomb site, it's going to be a different ask. Bomb is down. Patsy wants to take the initiative. I don't mind it here. The drop down. Oh, had the right idea. Wanted the Kumba stomp, but just outmaneuvers. Doesn't even take a lick of damage in that. Now, wow. I mean, this retake is merciless. They haven't been shot yet. All right, let Wonderful get a kill. Let Wonderful crack this Goose Egg, because this is ridiculous, and no, it can't happen. It can't happen here, Neo. He's 0-10. The offer who set the world on fire.
Of what is happening to Spirit. Nothing is working out. And Wonderful continues to just flounder in his failure. However, Magix will find the first. Not often we get to say that Magix, or generally speaking Spirit, find an opening kill.
Brings back the opener. That brings back the opener, but it's still pressure towards A. The bomb's so far back, so with these forward positions, they're still gonna have to do a lot of just clear your corners, just Magix holds for it. They still can't get the numbers in their advantage, and do they realize they don't have the bomb? They don't seem to be aware. Now Wonderful says, oopsie, better go back for that. Very fortunate no one went for a fountain push. No one went for the adventurous play, but it is going to whittle a lot of time off this clock, and it's going to whittle down what utility they have. Patsy, though, with another kill. Makes this a little better. They certainly will contest over on the soft side. I mean, they've got so much money. They're rich as God at this point. And actually, they are incredibly fortunate that the op's not posted on the angle. Threatening in towards Wonderful. That would be the big vulnerability. Roman brings it back to even numbers, but Wonderful finally gets a kill, and Magix follows it up.
Spirit at the very least on latter stages, back into it.
Ground gain here for Siren. And look at all this free real estate. Trap will take some damage elsewhere, but wonderful. Now, making that op presence felt. The push out smoke is going to be bold. The flashbang is good, but Magix is able to get away, and that's huge. He has to stay alive, though, because he's got the bomb. And they know where he is. They know where he is. Damage on off the nade. Magix going to force the issue, knowing that he had to. And he's caught the last as well. All right, Magix, give this man a medal. Drop behind enemy line, threatened, surrounded, totally isolated, and still able to hang on. And now, this is certainly looking like a fourth for Spirit, a commanding round at that.
And the last 2 rounds of success as well. They're off the back of Magix. 2 rounds ago is his monster play, which netted them 2. And this time again, it's him who's just able to confirm a couple of kills. He's been a bit of a nuisance.
Boss, they're all about it. Oh, Magix. Getting a little lucky on that panel spam. It looked on. Oh, might still be, and indeed he goes down. Gutierrez thought he had the right idea, and he was absolutely correct. So now, major pressure on, losing the opening pick here. That's been one of the big change-ups for Spirit, is they had success in these first phases, and without anything but wonderful hoping someone will wander into his crosshair, but it doesn't seem like they're going to give him the initiative. The X-Ray keeps baiting us. You jerks. Knows his positioning, knows his placement, isn't stepping a pixel too far out of here. And it seems like this is going to be another commit in towards B. Player floating down at just the right moment. Now Jerks gives the kill over, gives the opportunity over. Resmoking some monster. This is good. Are they just going to come through? They're going to come through, it seems. Just off the angle. He's waiting for it. He's got it. So effective. Bomb dropped all onto Chopper. And Chopper sectioned off, cordoned away. There's nothing he can do about this round. 50 points of health. Time expiring on the clock. Chopper might just try and keep this alive or inflict a little bit more pain. Neither is going to be allowed to himself find that double-digit round.
Wow. So up to 10. Like I said, 10-5, I think will be just both ways. They'll be kind of happy with... I mean, Saw will be happy with this performance regardless. They know they've set themselves up for so much success. And that's back to the winning ways, back to the strength of Saw, what we know they can bring to the table. Situation. The utility out towards that B side has really been lacking. Those supporting flashes, there's that God flash that comes over just from that deep monster position that hasn't been catching any of the monster players. They're happy just to control all of that space. For now, the damage dealt, Roman needs to be careful.
Oh, that's an opener. As you said, Roman under threat. He's down. Spirit looking for that little bit of hope here on the tail end. They've had the curse broken, right? Wonderful's been fragging. He's been getting kills the last few. They've got some rounds on the board. They're no longer in that desperate Groundhog's Day scenario where you're just hitting the same site over and over and over again and you're losing virtually the same way over and over and over again. Though still, I will say, God, they do love a monster take, don't they?
Yeah, they're big fans. They're going again. But this time with a numbers advantage. Here's the positive there.
And there's not that much utility left for the CT side is the other thing, right? You've got a Molly on Story. He's on the other side of the map. Jerks gets his head ripped, playing further back. Just in the water. They need a hero, and it's not going to be Just. Not going to be Muteris either. Only one found, so a 1v4 for Story. Good luck on this one. Chasing on the first, and he won't even get started. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Turns out it's probably a misattribution to Einstein, but it still doesn't originate with Far Cry 3. The earliest reference found in written text is from an article about an Alcoholics Anonymous program in 1981 in, I think, Tennessee. So a bit of an odd spot to come from, but yeah, that's apparently the first record of the quote. And this is looking like Spirit find a little bit of sanity. This time they're on the receiving end of a B take, and they find their first pistol round win of the series.
So what you tell me, it's not Vass from Far Cry 3. My childhood's a lie, and well, Gaming, just lying to me. But thankfully, normally we'd make the hindrance of, oh well, lack of AWP in play here for Story. Will that be a little bit of a problem? I don't think so. Story was happy to rock with the AKs towards the T side on Nuke, so be more of the same here. Wonderful. We'll be taking the Molotov, but a little bit more of a passive approach and a decent amount of bottom connector control.
Chopper going to be under pressure. They've gotten all the way up long. This isn't checked. Chopper right around the corner. They're going to hear the pin pull on that flashbang, and I don't think he's going to get back into this corner. They knew he was here. He's dead to rights. Magic's there in time. And a TK. It was actually a TK. It wasn't even. Magic's getting the kill. So no money reward for him, but maybe a chance to let this round. Wonderful. Certainly going to try and make it so. They're going to hit the brakes because they know they've got a player coming up connector still, and I don't know if Wonderful is aware. Jerks, yeah, gonna get that one for free. Completely catching him off guard. Leaves Siren on his lonesome. Does he want to attempt this, or does he just want to slip away into the night, keeping his rifle alive?
First time as well that we see what Saw can do on a full buy. Not too bad so far. Pretty convincing. Just, I think for him, as long as he's just ever so cautious of the final or remaining player. Actually, Siren just got out of dodge. He wants nothing to do with it. Was posted up in towards bank. Smart decision is just to keep the down 4 in play. Lost Brothers isn't exactly built up over towards that CT side, so they are more than happy just to keep 1 M4 ticking over and potentially have some sort of a buy around. I think for Magic's Patsy probably shouldn't be too much of an issue. Chopper might be down to an MP9 or something of the sort. It's Wonderful who will struggle, but hopefully for him we'll get a drop. So in the grand scheme, not that bad. I think overall for Saw though, that's an important round. Set the tone once again, delivering the pace, the tempo, in their control, not playing into the play style of Team Spirit. And once again, goes back to what we were saying about Saw on Overpass, how convincing they can be. It's another great example. What's the buy? That's the thing I want to be questioning now. What is the buy coming through for Team Spirit? They have got money to work with. While it's not convincing, they should be able to muster.
On Patsy, he's blinded. Under pressure, but he resists the urge to pull the trigger and give away the spot. It is going to be the B take. So this deep positioning for Spirit should serve as an early warning system. If they start to see presence here towards the B site, they'll be comfortable holding the numbers. Boost up for Magix. This is cheeky. Looking for the connector player. There is no connector player to come through. And if they just rock up construction, this could be tough. This could be rough. And indeed, oh, Chopper's good to keep his teammate alive. On top of his head, Chopper is the bodyguard. And Siren chews through the takeout monster. That has been the absolute massacre site of this game so far for both sides. You go out that monster tunnel.
Besides the two of the most impactful players, they're 2 star AWPers. Not really stepping up to the plate thus far.
Flashbang in. Patsy under pressure. Clear the corner. They do indeed, but Patsy's still good for 1. Nice impact from a tough position. Utility has not really knitted much for Saw just yet. They went for the nade stack backside. They didn't find anyone over towards B. So they're spreading. They're looking for some sort of a kill, some sort of a guide light to show them the way. Which site they should hit, which space they should take it. On Nuke, we're getting so many of those opening picks, their decisions were often made for them. Here it has not been the case. Story wants this duel. Oh, he spots him. Eee, wonderful, getting away with that one. On land, I think that hits. But as it is, Chopper may have found a timely moment to go for the wrap around. Is he going to catch? And how many is the big question. No one's looking. No one's looking. He's got 1. He's got 2. He just gets the 1 and backs away. Chopper threatening as the boogeyman in their minds instead of just going for the multi-kill. He's putting the doubt. That's going to funnel them in to Magix and Wonderful. With Chopper always ready to slam the door shut behind them. He's got another kill just out for play. And this one is a non-starter. Roman, the only survivor. He knows Chopper waits for him. And Chopper comes to deliver.
That's huge. And so needed for Spirits as well, because now it opens up the pathway. Now that lifeline in this, not just the map, the series extended. This is do or die, right? They're 2 maps down. I'm thinking for Spirit, it's looking a little bit frail, a little bit fragile over towards their T side. Only 1 round since for Spirit. That's their sick. This is really formidable work we're starting to see from the CT side. And Saw need to break the deadlock. They need to break the cycle, or it could be brutal.
Smoke on, the hits coming through. That monster tunnels proved treacherous, but this time it works out. The opening picks are theirs too, swiftly in succession. And well, this is an interesting one because there's some money built up for Spirit, but not a ton. And if you're playing the long game here, this poke back in is risky. Chopper certainly risking it. Some support from on high at Patsy, but you can see it's a little half in, half out with that bomb now ticking away. Spirit want to go all the way down the rabbit hole. Seems like they do indeed. Up close is Chopper, and he's deleted.
It makes you feel uncomfortable. It makes you feel awkward, and Spirit in the same boat. This is a do or die scenario. Off the back of the long-term success they've had, they needed a magician, and there he is. What a shot. That's a corker from Wonderful. That story left to watch from the sidelines.
So why are things called corkers?
I don't know where it originates from, but it's like a UK northern saying, just a corker. It just means very good. Like, that's a corker. Maybe, I guess, popping a cork is a good thing. You do it in celebration.
Excellent or astonishing person or thing. All right. Give me... Where does it come from?
I don't know where it originates from, but I assume something to do with popping a cork, because it's like, that's a good thing, and, you know, I don't know. Something along those lines. But it's generally... in England, used by Northerners.
Good to know. Good to know. Patsy. Getting a corker of a kill here. A second, a follow-up, a multi-kill. Why not? The MP9 and the USP, all he needs to bring through this round and all but secure it. Tie it up in a knot. Roman trying to find some damage at the very least, but he can't apply any pressure on the Spirit. So this is the valve opening up. All that steam released. Spirit can breathe a sigh of relief, and Patsy is the one to give it.
There's a storyline just like we saw towards Nuke, where we go the full 30 in regulation, maybe even further. These two sides, what an even matchup it's been the entirety of this season. They have been at the absolute top, and Magic stepping up. Great short water control. He stays alive too.
Jerks. That's a big kill. That keeps this realm in the round of possibility. This round in the realm of possibility. You know, one of those things. Keep the pressure up here towards B. That's a big duel. Neither side conclusive. Roman can't find it. Patsy likewise. But puts the doubt in their mind. They can't go for a rotation. They can't stack a sight knowing that there's a player potentially out towards long. Potentially facing in. They'll still risk it. Dumping the utility, Chopper pushing forward. He calls for Patsy to start to back away, so he'll be able to assist the lower site quickly if called upon. Awkwardly, Jerks has all of the util, and he's not really set up to throw it, right? He's the player pushing towards construction. With all those flashbangs, he can't put them in a good place for his team. 40 seconds. Spirit stacked up on the right side. Chopper controlling the rotation through connector. It's all going to be about this contact. And Wonderful, he's good for the first, but he can't keep his teammate up. Still, finding more kills, finding more damage. Chopper getting activated, coming down, and that's a massive kill to find through, all on the story. 20 seconds with which to do it. Bomb at least available to him. That'll be retrieved. Patsy slipping into the angle. We'll put this one away and put Spirit in the lead.
My gosh, this game is starting to heat up. I thought with Wonderful's miss, it might have cracked open the site. A step up coming through. It's all off the back of an opening kill once again. Numbers advantage play for the CT side as netted them a 13th. And all they had to continue to do was play that trade game. Pop shot coming through. The missed flash as well. Not catching the pillar player. Currently struggling. This time though, short water control, and it's not costly.
Doubled up. The flashback is going to need to be good. They're playing Ence slash on it, and the hold is brilliant. Siren once again coming up. much the better for it. He's living up to his name, right? They keep getting lured into the rocks that is the monster take, and he keeps dashing them upon it. Making a meal of these poor sailors. The bomb, at least retrievable with that smoke still up, but doing anything with it, that's the true test, the true ask. A minute on the clock, and Saw watching their chances to put this series away on a favorable map slip on by. They're gonna go through monster again. Good luck on this one. Playing on the smoke fade, everybody here. Magix gets the tip off. Well, okay, Mejores making something of this. Chopper still on the angle. No way he expects a third. Chopper trying to peek around. The flashbang is good. And the execution. Connector fully gained. Just okay. A ripper of a shot. He's slain the monster of the tunnel. Siren. Dude has been a thorn in their side, and that's going to trigger a mass rotation. This could actually be quite bad. Chopper's just spotted an ankle. Oh, they're not committing around it. They're not committing around it. They had the space, but Chopper sees them backing out, so he's not going to call for his teammates either. Just going to secure that this space is theirs, and now Spirit, they're reinforced in the proper site for this hit to come through. Nice shot from Wonderful. The first one already found. They're trying to bring pressure, but Magix secures the tunnel. And Patsy is next to Falter. It's all in a Magix, and he's got the spray down. A moment there for Saw, an opportunity, a space allowed towards A, but they do not capitalize, and Chopper, he's aware of everything.
I think potentially this one may be dead in the water. Of course, I know that was a low buy. They would need some magic to get there. So far on the other side, it's been Magic. She's been stepping up and so consistently finding problems. This time, Patsy only good for one quick trade.
Next kill could be the map. Saw gonna go towards the soft site. There's a path towards long. You remember that was one of their first round conversions. It was just shifting 2 players up long. They haven't really gone back to it. It's not a long time. With the up for Wonderful, they haven't wanted to test him here, and good measure. After an abysmal first half, he has recovered handily. But this is exactly the place they will come to try and find one critical round. Meanwhile, Chopper, he's gone on an adventure. Chopper is pushed all the way through Con. Now he gets confirmation on that, so he'll come to flank towards A, so they need to get a move on. If they wait too long, this could be disastrous. Wonderful. Missing an opportunity.